Did you know that in the Quran there is a creation of God, as ancient and mysterious as mankind, but made of smokeless fire? Would you like to discover the origin of the jinns or jinnis of the Quran? In the vast universe created by Allah, there are beings whose stories intertwine with those of humans in surprising and profound ways. The jinn, beings made of pure fire, inhabit a parallel world to ours, with their own societies, emotions, and free will. Over the centuries, their stories have been told and retold, intertwining with the teachings and revelations of the Quran. Since their creation, the jinn have been subjects of fascination and mystery. They, like us, are subjected to tests and challenges, facing the temptation of evil and seeking divine truth. But what do we really know about them? What is their purpose and what lessons can we learn from their existence? In this journey, we will explore the origin of the jinn according to the Quran, discover their role in Islamic history, and learn valuable spiritual and moral lessons that still resonate in our world today. Get ready to delve into a tale that will not only captivate you, but also inspire you to reflect on the vast and diverse creation of Allah. From the rebellion of Iblis to the everyday interactions between humans and jinn, every part of this narrative is imbued with divine teachings. Join us on this journey through time and space and discover the fascinating and mysterious world of the jinns of the Quran. In the beginning, before the creation of humanity, Allah, the creator of the heavens and the earth, decided to create a race of beings from smokeless fire. These beings were called jinn. Unlike humans, made from clay, the jinn were formed from a more ethereal and volatile substance, granting them unique abilities and characteristics. Allah says in the Quran, "And He created the jinn from pure fire." Surah Ar-Rahman 55:15. The jinn were endowed with free will, just like humans. This capability allowed them to choose between good and evil, to follow the path of righteousness, or succumb to the temptations of evil. Allah granted them this freedom to test them, just as He tests human beings, to see who among them would follow His guidance and who would go astray. From the beginning, the jinn inhabited a parallel world to ours, invisible to human eyes, but coexisting with us on the same earthly plane. Their lives, although hidden from our direct perception, are deeply intertwined with human history. Through the revelations of the Quran, we can glimpse their existence and understand the role they play in the divine creation. The creation of the jinn is a testament to the magnificence and diversity of Allah's creation. Like angels and humans, they have a purpose in the grand scheme of existence. In the Quran, it is mentioned that Allah created the jinn and humans with the purpose of worshiping Him. "And I did not create the jinn and mankind, except to worship me." Surah Adh-Dhariyat 51:56. This verse underscores the essence of their existence, to serve and worship the Creator. The jinn possess characteristics and abilities that clearly distinguish them from humans. Made of pure fire, they can assume various forms and are incredibly fast and powerful. In the Quran, we find examples of jinn who can perform extraordinary feats. For example, in the story of Prophet Sulaiman, one of the jinn offers to bring him the throne of the Queen of Sheba in the blink of an eye. Surah An-Naml 27:39. Moreover, jinn can be benevolent or malevolent. Some jinn follow the teachings of Allah and act righteously, while others, influenced by Iblis, go astray and cause harm. This duality in their nature reflects the constant struggle between good and evil, a test that both jinn and humans must face in their lives. The ability of the jinn to assume various forms allows them to interact with the human world in unique ways. In various narratives, it is mentioned that jinn can take the form of animals, humans, or even remain invisible. This ability gives them a significant advantage, but also imposes a great responsibility. Those jinn who choose the path of righteousness use their powers for good, while those who go astray can cause great harm. One of the most fascinating examples of the abilities of the jinn is found in the story of Prophet Sulaiman. Sulaiman was endowed with great knowledge and power by Allah, including dominion over the jinn. Under his command, the jinn performed impressive tasks, building great structures and carrying out labors that were impossible for humans. This symbiotic relationship between Sulaiman and the jinn shows how divine power and wisdom can harmonize diverse forces to achieve great things. Iblis, known as Satan, is a jinn who plays a crucial role in the Islamic narrative. Originally, Iblis was a devout and pious being who was among the angels due to his piety and knowledge. However, when Allah created Adam, the first human being, and ordered all the angels and jinn to bow down to him, Iblis refused due to his arrogance. He argued that, being created from fire and Adam from clay, he should not bow to an inferior creation. This disobedience led to the fall of Iblis. Allah expelled him from paradise and cursed him, but Iblis requested and was granted the ability to tempt humans and jinn until the day of judgment. Since then, Iblis has become the archetype of evil and rebellion against the divine will. His story is a powerful warning about the dangers of pride and disobedience to Allah. The arrogance of Iblis is a crucial lesson in Islamic faith. His refusal to bow to Adam was not only an act of disobedience, but also a manifestation of his belief in his own superiority. This event marked the beginning of the struggle between good and evil, a battle that continues in the heart of every human and jinn. Iblis, known as Shaitan, became the declared enemy of humanity, promising to lead as many as he could away from the straight path. The Quran describes this event in detail. He said, "I will not bow to a human being, whom you created from clay, from molded mud." Allah said, "Get out of here, for you are accursed. My curse will be upon you until the day of judgment." Iblis said, "Grant me a respite until the day they are resurrected." Allah said, "You are granted respite." Surah Sad 38-71-80. This dialogue between Allah and Iblis highlights the gravity of Iblis' rebellion and the eternal punishment that awaits him. Throughout Islamic history, jinn have appeared in numerous narratives and events. One of the most notable is the story of Prophet Sulaiman, who was granted the power to control the jinn by Allah. Sulaiman used this power to accomplish great works and to rule with justice. Under his command, the jinn constructed enormous structures and carried out tasks that were beyond human capabilities. These stories not only underscore the reality of the jinn, but also highlight the importance of justice and wisdom in leadership. Sulaiman is remembered not only for his power, but also for his fairness and dedication to Allah. In another account, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had a significant interaction with the jinn. On one occasion, while reciting the Quran, a group of jinn heard and were impressed by its beauty and truth. Allah mentions this event in the Quran. "And mention, O Muhammad, when we directed to you a few of the jinn, listening to the Quran. When they attended it, they said, 'Listen quietly.' And when it was concluded, they went back to their people as warners. They said, 'O our people, indeed we have heard a recited book revealed after Musa confirming what was before it, which guides to the truth and to a straight path.'" Surah Al-Ahqaf 46-29-30. This incident shows that jinn, like humans, can be guided by the teachings of the Quran and can choose the path of truth. The ability of the jinn to recognize and follow divine guidance underscores the universality of the message of Islam and Allah's mercy towards all his creatures. In everyday life, many Islamic cultures have beliefs and traditions related to jinn. It is believed that jinn can influence the human world in various ways, both positively and negatively. For example, some believe that certain jinn can possess people, causing illness or strange behavior. To protect oneself from these malicious jinn, Muslims recite specific verses from the Quran and specific prayers. One of the most well-known surahs for this purpose is Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas, which are recited to seek Allah's protection against the evil of jinn and other evils. These practices reflect a continuous awareness of the presence of jinn and the need to remain spiritually vigilant. In the realm of traditional medicine and spiritual practices, certain rituals and amulets are used to protect against the influence of jinn. These methods include the recitation of specific prayers, the use of herbs and natural substances, and the performance of purification rituals. Although these practices vary among different cultures and regions, they all share the belief in the jinn's ability to influence the human world and the need to seek divine protection. Popular tales about jinn also highlight their ability to dwell in remote and desolate places, such as ruins, caves, and deserts. People are advised to avoid certain places and behaviors that may attract jinn, such as pouring hot water down the drain without mentioning Allah's name, or entering lonely places without reciting a protective prayer. These practices reflect a profound understanding and respect for coexistence with these invisible beings. The existence of jinn offers us profound spiritual and moral lessons. Like humans, jinn are a testament to Allah's creativity and diversity. Their ability to choose between good and evil underscores the importance of free will and the moral responsibility we all share. The Qur'anic tales about the jinn remind us that there are invisible realities that go beyond our immediate perception. They teach us to be humble and to recognize the greatness of Allah's creation in all its forms. Additionally, the story of Iblis and his fall due to pride and disobedience is a continuous warning about the dangers of ego and the need to submit to the will of Allah. The Quran also emphasizes the possibility of redemption and guidance for the jinn. Those who choose to follow the right path and worship Allah are rewarded, while those who stray face consequences. This duality reflects divine justice and mercy, offering hope and guidance for both jinn and humans. On the Day of Judgment, the jinn will be judged alongside humans for their actions. Like humans, they will be accountable for their choices and will receive rewards or punishments accordingly. This belief reinforces the importance of moral behavior and personal responsibility in both races. In this journey through the origin and nature of the jinn according to the Quran, we have explored a divine creation full of mystery and wisdom. From their formation of smokeless fire to their free will and ability to influence the human world, jinn represent an integral part of Islamic narrative. The story of Iblis, his arrogance, and his punishment remind us of the importance of humility and obedience to Allah. Through the stories of Prophet Sulaiman and popular beliefs, we see how jinn have interacted with humans throughout history, leaving deep traces in Islamic culture and spirituality. These narratives invite us to reflect on the diversity of Allah's creation and to learn valuable lessons about good, evil, and the purpose of our existence. Finally, we invite you to continue exploring the teachings of the Quran and to share the knowledge gained. May this tale inspire everyone to deepen their faith and to live in harmony with the will of Allah, always recognizing the wisdom and power behind all His creations, both visible and invisible.